Hey everyone, and welcome to Teach Me Money Methods. In this video, we're going to jump right in. It's going to be a design tutorial video. I have not done a design and PowerPoint video in a long time. So we're going to be going over how to create a quotes coloring book with blessings and sayings. Another type of interchangeable keyword would be like Bible verses type coloring book. Or blessings or sayings, same thing. So we're going to go ahead and jump in, and I'm going to give you a preview of what we're going to make real quick. So it's going to look something like this, pretty dang cool. We're going to go with no bleed. So I'm going to go take it out all the way out to the edges, and then we're going to let KDP during the upload process just go ahead and cut off where it wants to. And we're going to make something that looks kind of like this. It looks pretty darn cool. You can do this right inside of PowerPoint and do these high quality coloring pages that you could put in your book, and it will separate you from everybody else because you won't be doing the same designs or all the background designs that everybody has access to on Creative Fabrica, and then putting simple text on there. You'll actually be able to do some pretty cool stuff, like when you'll see why the back part where I kind of carve this out kind of helps it blend in, but then also stand out kind of at the same time. So so the text is not just laying over the background, which looks nice, but everybody can do that. So we take it a step further and make it look a lot. So let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to try to create this right here. So I'm actually going to go up to File, and I'm going to go ahead and create a blank presentation. And then what I like to do from this point is I will go in to my add-ins, right? And this add-ins tool is from Bose Publishing. Now I will leave a link right here, just at the top, if you want to go and check out this Bose Publishing tool. It's a PowerPoint add-on, and it offers all kinds of stuff specific to Amazon KDP low content book publishing, like planners, journals, calendars, all that kind of stuff. So you can go ahead and check that walkthrough video out, and I'll leave a link below if you're interested. So we won't really be using that tool too much today, but it always is a kind of a lifesaver when you can go in here and choose your trim size over here. If we wanted 6x9, we could easily just make it, and it just does it right away. It just makes everything faster, right? Everything's right here at your fingertips. And so we're going to do the standard 8.5x11 with this one, and I'm going to move this over just a little bit, and then I'll right click over here and go layout, and then I will go blank. So then now we have our nice canvas that we want to work with. And right now I'm going to actually work on text first. You could put the background on there first, but I'm going to just go ahead and work on the text first. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go over here to insert. We can actually use word art, and it will come with a little bit of a shadow built in, so we can actually use this. And I just went on Google real quick and typed in short blessing quotes and such. You can find a bunch right here, and I just found one. We're going to go ahead and go through this one together. And so what we're going to do is, for reference, I'll come back real quick. Okay, so we need the first two parts right here, which is the Lord. And we're going to come back in here, and I'm going to go ahead and just paste that, and then you can come back over here and go like that. So you now have that in there. We are going to go ahead and select this, and I'm going to go back over to home and make this. We're going to find a certain text, and I found one that is really cool for that first part, which I believe is right here. We're going to grab that, and then we're going to also make the text a little bit bigger, right? And then what we're going to do is you can come up over here to shape format, and now it will pull up the text right here. So very important right here, you want to do a text fill is white. Then we're going to do an outline of black, and then we're also going to come down in here to weight, and we can make it as dark as we want. I think we're going to go with 1.5 for now, and then we can move on to the next part. So far we have the text coming in. It's looking pretty good, and we can certainly change that up a bit. Another thing that I did was I also will come up here and grab this. We'll go to text effects, And then I'm going to go ahead and add a shadow. I like the shadow right here, but then also we can come up here. So we added a shadow, but you can kind of see right here along the edges. We're at 78, so if I zoom in, you can see that there is some shadowing going on, right? But we can actually make that look even cooler. Right here, because this is kind of the most important part of the text and you really want it to jump out, we can actually come over here, highlight, click off, and we can come over here to text effects, and we can come down to shadow and then down to shadow options. Then what we'll do is we have the transparency and the size and all that kind of stuff, and I'm actually going to add some blur to this and make it kind of stand out more. So about like that. But then we also need to make the transparency less. So then it'll really pop from the screen, and we could make the size more if we wanted to. But we are going to go, and you kind of need to, it will really kind of get away from you quickly, so using the up and down will work pretty good for it. So you can adjust these the way you want, but then it'll pop a little bit more. You can see. So you just kind of mess around with it, and you get what you get it to look the way you want. And then I'm going to go ahead and zoom back out. Okay, we're going to zoom back out real quick, and we're going to move on. And so yeah, this is a design tutorial if you want to get better at designing things in PowerPoint. And I find it's just simpler to design in PowerPoint. There are a lot of tools out there, and if you're used to using those, then that's great. Use those. They do probably have, at the end of the day, more capability, but PowerPoint does have a lot of capability. We'll come back in here and we will go with the rest. Bless you and keep you. Bless you and keep you. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll actually come back over here to insert and do another couple of these. And we'll do, we'll grab it, copy, paste, we'll do another one. And we'll go and grab our text real quick. So, bless you. And we will adjust this. We'll go over to the home. We're actually going to do just the regular text here at 54. Then we'll come to text fill, white, outline black, and you can add a shadow to it, but really I'm just going to come over here to the weight and make it just a little darker at about 1.5 for now. And then I'm going to go ahead and kind of curve it to the side and put it up here. And then we can come back in here and grab our next text and keep you like that. We'll go like that. And we will actually copy and paste that. Go back and get our text, because we already have the text right there, so we don't have to really. Okay, so I'm going to start trying to speed up through the design process. We're going to try to speed through because in an effort to not have the video go too long, right? So now I'm going to go like that. We're going to twist this around, and you can kind of design it however you want. And this one's going to be quite a bit of text on one line to shine on you. So we're going to grab that. We're going to come over here, and just so you can see, this part just is kind of like the working part, and we will probably return that. And then what I'll do over here after I do the text shape and text fill, oops, remember to go to that weight and change the weight. And then see how there's a kind of a big gap in between here? I don't really want it to be that big of a gap, so just click on the whole box, right click and go to paragraph. And then what I'll do is I'll go to single and I'll go to multiple down here, and then I will actually go in here and go 0.75 is really what I like. So it shrinks that down and makes it look good. So we're gonna go ahead and put that over here like so. And then we're going to move on and grab the next text. So it's not going to be the exact, I had designed this yesterday, but it's going to be close. So we're going to grab the rest of the text and put it down below real quick. And that's going to be right here. Gracious to you. So we're going to grab that, and we're going to, I'm going to go ahead and just go to insert and grab another word art down here. Paste that in. I'm going to match. I'm going to come down, and what we'll do is do and be push return there, and then I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to go to format, and I could have just copied and pasted that. Might have been a little bit faster from the other format, but we'll just come up over here, and sometimes just grab the text and just right click, go to paragraph, and go to multiple, and then do a 0.75, and we'll bring that down just a little bit right here. I'm actually going to bring it up a little closer this time, about like that. And then what we'll do is we need to do the text fill, and I'm going to go ahead and leave it the way it is right now. So then we have our text. Okay, so then now what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and I want to kind of center this and make it a little bit more center. So you can do that. You can actually just hold the shift key, and then you can kind of move all the objects around, right? And put it, usually there's a crossbar. That's not really working right now. It's probably because I don't have these grouped. So, but I don't want to group them yet because we're going to be doing some more stuff to it. So I'm going to go ahead and just center it where I think it looks good. And about right there. All right, so now we need to do another cool thing, which is we're going to go ahead and go to insert, and then go to shapes, and then go to this curve tool. It's the curve tool, and you're just going to left click at different spots, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Just kind of let it turn out kind of the way it does, right? It doesn't have to be perfect in any way. I'm just going to go ahead and highlight these, and you'll see how that this is what's going to help this pop here in a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of go like that. I'm going to come around here, and boom. We're just going to leave that for now. And then what do we have left? We left that one, and then we did the bottom one. So we left one of the texts like that, and it's a little darker, and then we're going to do one more, and I actually have it on my quick access bar, and we'll come down and do our other one. So you just left click and guide yourself around, and something like that. Doesn't have to be perfect, right? Okay, so we have that, and then now we need a background, right? So we're going to come over here. I'm going to go to insert pictures from this device, and we are in our pictures area, and I'm just going to grab like this one here and insert it, and that actually is the one. So as you can see, the background is a little dark. So what we'll do is we'll go here and we'll format our background. We'll go to format picture. We'll go to picture transparency. I'm going to bring the transparency in a little bit, and you'll see that it actually will adjust the background picture, right? We don't want it too much, but we don't want it to be because the lines on these designs are very, very defined and dark. So I'm going to actually just bring it in about right there to take some of the darkness off so the text can pop, because that is the very important part. Now we need to go back to the shape right here. So I'm going to take the picture and we're going to send it to the back. I'm going to take this shape here, and we're going to do shape fill white. And we can adjust the sides of it as well, right? I'm going to go to shape outline weight, and we're going to make it like a 3-point, but we also need to make it black. I'm going to do the same thing here, black, and go down to weight and make it a 3. And then we need to do the shape fill white. And then we need to send this back one. So just send, send backward. And we're going to do it again. Send backward. I'm going to click on this one, send backward, and might have to do it twice. Send backward. More than a few times. Send backward, because if we send it to the back, then it's going to go behind the picture, and we don't want that, right? Send backward. Okay, so now we have this, and this. So here's where what the kind of one of the points was, is that see how we have our design here, which is really neat, right? This is going to stand out. It's going to be better than most people are putting in the effort to do. You can see how long it actually takes. Now it is, you know, if you put in the time, then you can create one of these. You can get good at it and create them in about 20 minutes or so. But, you know, in order to do a unique 30-page coloring book, it's going to take you a couple hours of really hard work to do it. Probably going to take you about 3 hours if you really put in the time and want it to look good. But I just wanted to show you what's possible in PowerPoint. And you can see this text right here. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to try to make it pop a little bit more. We're going to go over to weight, and I'll probably go to, that's the shape outline, sorry. We'll go back over here, text, weight, and I'll bring it into probably at least a 2 1/4 so it matches. But you can see until they color it, it's really not going to stand out the same as these. You could actually do the outline the whole thing in that background as well. But as you can see, it pops. It looks really good. It definitely looks like someone had to create and design this. It wasn't just copy paste text onto a background, right? So it just pops and looks really good. Let me know what you think about in the comments, and if you would like the video, if it brought you any value at all. And you know, I haven't done a design tutorial in a while, and so that's why I wanted to show you guys this. And so stay tuned. On Thursday I will have my Tuesdays and Thursdays I come out with my low content and publishing type videos, so stay tuned and be watching for that next video in a couple days. So thanks for your time and take care.